Welcome, one and all, to another episode. It's the final episode of the month, and we are MPJ, New Rock Album Review Show. We are reviewing the latest rock albums, rate them out of 5, and we'll get into a Hall of Fame today. We are reviewing Gavin Dance, Pantheon. Now, when I come, let's go to Dance William Dance, shall we? And let's find out whether he would dance with Gavin and in the Pantheon or not. William, did this rock your boat?
My boat is still too busy sailing away on the seas of the pirates. This is weird. I'm not sure what I really thought of this album. You'd go from one song which was rocky, metally, shouty to some weird, like, I don't know how to describe it. Just like it was just odd. It felt very weirdly directionless, and like, how many weird, random, different types of songs in one album? And they succeeded, because this album is a lot, and it confused my poor little brain. I'm not really sure what I thought about it. Apart from, again, it's fine. Apart from its weird directionlessness.
Sorry, are you not describing Electric Callboy here?
That is fun and glorious.
But it's crazy and weird and directionless and comes in with all sorts of weird shit.
Got direction. I know, but they're good.
I'm not comparing talent. I'm comparing the type of music.
Theirs is weirdness with a direction.
Oh, okay then. Fair enough.
Yeah. Very, very different thing. No, I'm not sure what I felt about this one. It's fine. Like, there's some good songs, there's some bad songs. As an album, I found it quite hard to get into as a whole. Yeah. Odd.
Okay, well, talk about weirdless and directionless. Pete!
So yeah, I've not heard of this band before. When I looked them up on Spotify, the description said that something along the lines that they're the epitome of a band that breaks through genres. I'm all for that, I love that type of thing. So I was getting ready to enjoy it. It's definitely not bad. It's a pretty fun album, pretty fun band. I can see a live show of them being very entertaining. But to say that they really break through genres and all that sort of thing, I mean, in the end, I feel like it's just a pop band with a few heavy metal elements in there, and that's it. Nothing crazy like the God tier band Sleep Token that just throws every single genre there is in your face, and then some, compared to, let's just say it was not as advertised. Compared to what was advertised, I found this to be quite simple, but like I said, still quite entertaining. So, there you have it.
It's like a McDonald's hamburger, isn't it? You see the picture, you go, oh, and then you get it, and you like it, but you go, and you enjoy it, but you go like, well, it's not quite what it looked like, but I still kind of enjoyed it, but I really want another one for a while. Anyway, Trish.
But next time you're at McDonald's, you order another one anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Trish.
I had absolutely no idea what to expect from this band when I was press play. I certainly wasn't expecting prog hardcore metal to be blasting in my ears, but I was very happy that it was what I was listening to. Whilst it was a good listen, it sort of washed over me too. Whether that was because of when I was listening to it, I don't know. I tried a couple more times, but there was nothing that really grabbed me to say, this is a great album, I need to keep playing this. But, not to take from the band, they're doing what they're doing. I did enjoy the track Trapdoor. It was a solid listen, but nothing wow.
Well, solid but not wow. Lauren?
Thank you. We're back to normal programming,
Absolutely,
people.
Yeah, there was no backhanded one there. It was just straight. It was on the back of the hand this time. It was on the front of the hand.
It was literally, there you go. Yeah, so this album, I couldn't agree more with like what the guys have said already. Like, first listen, I was like, this is weird. It is very odd. Literally, my first note on it is like, very odd blend. I don't necessarily mind it, but it is still a bit out there. When I then went away, because of course the way I do my reviews is I'll listen to the album, go away, do a bit of research, then listen to it again. After doing a bit of research and then coming back and listening to it again, it made a lot of sense. So for this band in particular, they've been pretty consistent up until about 2022, at which point during that time they had to deal with the death of their bassist Tim Freyrick in April, so obviously that would have shook the band massively because it was very sudden. At which point, shortly after that, in the June, their vocalist left, and everything was just sort of in the ether, and sort of just went completely haywire. At which point, people thought, that's it, no more. We're gonna just move on from this. What we've got is good. Let's do that. They then joined back together to tour for 2024 and then discovered, no, not ready. At which point they then left, and now they've come back and they've released this. And knowing that, then re-listening to the album, it then totally made sense, because one of my other main notes was there are some good foundations here, but it feels like someone trying to find their sound, which doesn't make sense because they are an established band. At which point, like I said, when I was then like, they've lost their bassist, they lost their lead singer, it very much felt like that we're trying to discover who we are in amongst all of this again, which is like, we're trying these different sounds, we're doing this other stuff. So yeah, that made a lot of sense, a lot of sense. Overall, I thought the album was good. There are some elements of it which I really, really enjoyed, like especially their slightly harder stuff. And as I said before, it's a good foundation for them re-establishing themselves and how they want to sound moving forward. So they're a band I'll keep an eye on for sure. But for this album in particular, I'll cherry pick, but the whole thing hasn't made it into like my cool listening.
Somebody's always very cool listening, though. Let's be honest about it. It's Simon. Simon, what do you think?
Yeah, you know it. Yeah, they're a band that I've weirdly I hadn't heard them until I saw them live at a gig that I got missold on. I got told it was a Papa Roach gig. It wasn't. It was a Don Broco gig supported by Papa Roach, but that's a different story. Yeah, I saw them live there. Caught a couple of their songs, and it's like I thought, like, oh, they're heavy and cool, but it's a bit weird. So listening to this album, it sort of like solidifies the idea of like they are. I think define genre in not so much as like, you know, they're breaking all the boundaries. It's more just like they're very eclectic. It's very strange. I don't know. I enjoy the music. I enjoy what they're playing, but it is a bit weird. It's almost like, you know, they have A Shoulder to Cry On. You know, it's quite a sad, emotional song. But then they also have, you know, Space Cow Initiation Ritual, which is like, you know, the robot with human hair rebirth. Like, I expect them to almost be a comedy band, you know, that kind of style of comedy metal, like amazing people like Evil Scarecrow. But it's not. I don't know. It's really weird. Eclectic is the best word I can think of. I like listening to them. They're fun. They're not a band I'm going to particularly go out and chase or anything. But I'm not going to get offended if they're on and playing, because what they do is pretty good and they're pretty cool. So yeah.
Yeah, very eclectic, isn't it? It's a very, very eclectic album, and I think Lauren's right. You end up cherry picking. Oddly, I enjoyed the album as such. I didn't hate it. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't love it. But equally, none of their songs really made my cool playlist. So there wasn't any hero tracks for me. But I still enjoyed the album in a weird sort of way. So I think this. I think that the old phrase "there'll be something for everyone" here is so true. You know, if you're into it, whatever you're kind of into, there'll be a little bit of that in this album that you'll enjoy, and some of the other stuff isn't too bad either. So it's a very, very kind of eclectic kind of mixture. And yeah, production wise and musically wise and performance wise was solid. Vocally was solid. Everything was really good. But you know, it didn't hit everybody's sweet spot. It just kind of give you a flavour, if you like. So yeah. Anyway, let's find out. Will they get into our Hall of Fame? Let's find out, shall we? Let's give our ratings here. William.
Again, a very average 2.5.
Trish.
It was whelming.
Trish.
3.
Right, let's get on to the good stuff now. Pete.
The good stuff, Pete. What? Huh? 3.5.
Pete, for the 4th time today.
No way.
For the 4th time today, Pete. 3.5.
Topper.
Lauren.
Oh,
I think there's been some collusion going on.
I know, right? It was really weird. We're getting the room. Yeah, you're out of the room, mate, William.
we just did last week.
Oh, we did actually. Yeah, we were in a hotel at a show. There we go. Lauren.
Room for one more? 3.5?
No, really? Simon?
I'm going to join the cool club and 3.5.
Yeah, because we're the cool club. 3.5 across
This
the
is
board.
a very full room.
we say goodbye to William's 2.5, which basically means for the first time ever, Simon as well, Simon and Pete, but the first time ever for Pete, we haven't dropped any of your scores.
Wow.
There we go. Right.
Wow.
There we go. None of your scores were dropped, and I think that might be the first time for Pete as well on that score. But there we go. So, Gavin Dance got a 3.4. Which is a highly respectable score, probably in our top 100 for the year, which is really cool. Didn't hit our Hall of Fame, obviously. Do you people agree, disagree? Leave your comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button. Tell us what you think. Thank you very much for joining us. Next month, in 3 weeks' time, we will be reviewing the next set of albums. Before then, in December, which is why we do all of this, our Album of the Year show will happen, and we're very, 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 very excited for that as well. Let's find out what will make it into that Album of the Year show, but we'll see you in about 3 weeks' time. In the meantime, thank you very much. Keep on rocking, keep safe. Thank you so much to my crew, even the sick ones that we've all battled through illnesses to be here. Thank you to Lauren, thank you to Trish, thank you to Pete, thank you to Simon and to William. Goodbye, and keep on rocking.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.